Hey, 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 everyone. See if I can get this a little bit straighter. Hey, 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 how's it going? How's it going? Welcome to the live. It's been a minute. It has been a minute. If you can hear me, give me a thumbs up in the chat. I did not check this. If you can hear me. Doing some good sculpting. If you've been watching some of my lives, let me know as well. We're going to get started here in a minute. Yes, I am streaming. Mark, how's it going? It's been a minute. It's been a minute. I am actually still kind of setting up here. My tablet is acting. Oh, there we go. Now you should be able to see it. Yeah, it's been a minute. I've been busy, but now I am here. I am streaming. I'm about to make some Dragon Ball Z balls. How's it going? If you can hear me, let me get a good one up in the chat. Give a few people to come in. Start here in about 5 minutes. Actually, I'm going to turn it this way. Do not disturb is on. How's it going? You just got back from Potty Maker? Okay. That's what's up. All right, so we are here. I want to say I am back, and I am so happy to be back. Thank you so much for joining the stream here. So we're about to get started. If you can hear me, give me a good one up in that chat. I think you can, because Mark is responding as well. So it's time to sculpt and relax with Miss Ashko. It is time to sculpt and relax with me. We're about to make some Dragon Balls here. All right. Can you see my screen? Hey, what's up? Hey, I love that one. I love that interaction. Yes. So let's get started here. I think everyone's here. Let's get started. Now, when you open up Nomad Sculpt, you get this screen here, and one of the few things I like to do personally, and I've learned this from Dave Reed as well, I like to change it to orthographic view, so it kind of gives me a nice view of what I'm looking at here right now. And then I like to change my material to Metcalf. I'm still kind of learning this new setup here right now, and I want to go here to this clay. Now it will all make sense once we get it up and going. I've been practicing this all morning. Make sure we save it. That pop-up timer needs to go. I need to change that. But we're gonna change it to PXG clay, and that's the material type. And what that does is ignores all the lighting that is in the scene as we speak right now. All right. So now the next thing that I would do, this spear has like a high topology is what that is. I don't like that, so I'm gonna delete it. Now that it's deleted, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add another spear, but I'm not going to I'm just gonna add another one to the scene. I'm not gonna change the size or anything. and I'm just going to validate it. Now that it's validated, the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to Varsho remix it. And I'm going to go up here and I'm going to Varsho remix it super high, like stupid high, like 600, about 600 is what it is. And then hit OK. All right. So now, once that is done, I'm going to smooth it out because I don't like these, focus. I don't like these like square things here. You can see it when I turn on the wireframe. I don't like those little things. So what I'm going to do is use my smooth tool and I'm just going to smooth everything out. Make my circle a little bit bigger and just really smooth it out. Now, you may ask, like, hey, Ashley, why did you put that thing so high? Like, why is it so high? Because when I add the star to it, I wanted to give it a nice, basically a nice look when it comes in. So we're just going to just smooth it out really quick. Just really, really, really quick here. All right. All right. You can turn it around. It's gonna go super slow due to the fact that this is such a high topology. It's like 1.5 million right now. Now, here's a good trick. I'm gonna clone this one. All right, and I'm gonna hide the one. I'm gonna use my gizmo tool, and I'm just gonna move it out the way, just enough. Actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn this one on. Use this one and move that one out the way. Just move it out the way. And then bring this one up and sort of back in the center. And then hide that one. There's a reason for it, and I trust and believe once we get there, I will show you how it is. Oh, thank you, Blackberry, thank you. So, now we have that spear. We're gonna sit here and take the stamp tool. Now, I already have this inside. Hello, how's it going? I already have the stamp tool. I already have this pre-made because I was working on it earlier. I'm going to go to alpha and I'm going to change this here to like this diamond shape that I have right there. All right. I'm going to keep the scaling the same because that's what I really like it as. For my fall off, I'm going to change this to 1. Okay. All right. So now that we have the fall off at 1, that at 1, we have the alpha set. All right. So now make sure you turn symmetry off. Okay. For this one, we're going to make sure we turn symmetry off. Now it's going to come in handy when we do the other balls. I'm going to turn it to the front because I want it to be front facing like so. I want it to be, excuse me, front facing like so. Another little trick that I like to do is I like to add in the planes. So I want the X, Y plane, and I want to show the line, but I want to do it locally, okay? Because the world means like in the center of the scene. I don't want it in the center of the scene. I want to only show on this ball that I have here, okay? So now, with that being said, we're going to add the star. And since we have it dead in the center, we're just going to pull it out. Boom. You see how crisp that came out? That looked very crisp. It came out pretty good. It's a little poking out here, but that's okay. That's pretty cool. So now, So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the smooth tool. Actually, before I take the smooth tool, I just voxel. Ever since this new update, I've been voxel remeshing by accident too quickly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to voxel remix it, but I'm going to bring it down to about 250. 250.9 doesn't matter. All right, so now it brought it down, and I don't have to smooth as much, just a little bit. Just a little bit here and there. All right. Just a little bit. This tool right here is very handy, the left and the right. And thank you for the video, for the comment on the videos. I do love that. How you doing? I cannot pronounce your name. I'm so sorry, but how you doing? So yeah, we're just going to smooth that out just like so. All right. So now we have our first ball. Pretty simple. Pretty simple. So now the next thing we want to do is one, make that star pretty. Yeah, we're going to make that star real pretty. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to bring in the reference image. And this is just one I found online with the different type of balls and things like that. So we're going to make the second one. My next thing, so I'm going to rename this one so I can keep everything together. And I'm going to say ball. Hey Swift, how's it going? We're going to say ball 1 and then hit OK. All right. So now take that gizmo tool. We're going to move this ball out the way. Actually, we're going to move it to about right here to keep track of the things that we're doing. Okay. Yeah, it's a dragon ball. Yeah. All right. So now I'm going to hide this ball. We're going to uncheck it. Now, remember that spare ball I told you that we're going to leave alone? We're going to bring it back again. And we're going to clone it. Okay. Now we're going to bring that one back to life. Keeping this spare one here hidden. We don't need it. It's just helping us to not do the same thing or the same process all over again and again and again. It's just, you know, let's keep our workload to a minimum. Now, you don't have to do this, but it's just an aesthetic thing. I like to say, okay, that's my ball 1. I wanted to bring it up so I know that I'm 1. So when I'm counting down, it'll be 1, 2. And since we're here, we can name this one and we'll say ball 2. Okay. All right. So now we're going to do the same thing that we just did with ball 1, except for we're going to add 2 squares. Okay. So let's do the 2 squares. I'm sorry, not squares. We're going to do 2 triangles. All right. So now the 4th one is my favorite. All right. Well, stick around. I'm going to get it done. I'm going to get it done today. So now what we can do is go back here. We're going to turn on the plane again. We're going to hit local. Now there's 2 ways you can do this. You can use this radical symmetry thing. I personally don't like it, but you can use it for this. I think I'm a little too old school for this, but I love just putting it on there myself. So, okay. Now, we're going to go back to the stamp tool. We're going to make sure our alpha is still the star. Now, the way this... I think I put too much on. Let's turn the Y off and just only do the X. My bad. So now, let's see here. We have the X here. This is where we want to use the symmetry. So now what we want to do is I want to look at it. They're side by side. So if we put our pencil down, it looks like it's right in this. If we do it on the center line, we should be able to do it right here, and then that one will pop up. All right, so let's do that. So let's put our star here. Oh, too far up. I still think that's not in the right spot. All right, there we go. Boom. We got two balls. Yay! Let's get it going. Give me a thumbs up if you're liking this so far. Make sure you like and subscribe if you're new to the channel as well. So we have 2 balls here. All right. So now we're gonna put that one there. All right. We're gonna do this again. We're gonna hide that one. Oh, wait. I forgot. Forgot to do something. Uh-oh. We need to Vaso remix this down to about 250. You can do it here. You can say 250 here. Hit OK. Remesh. Hey, let's go. Yeah, let's go. Let's do that. Now, this is a shortcut key for the voxel remix down here. You can also come and do the same thing in this one. I'm just used to using this down here, but it's the same thing up here. All right. So now we have that one. All right. So let's do 3. Now, typically with 3, what I would have done is I would have cloned the second one and then add a star up. But because these are so far up on the ball and these are like right down here, I really can't do it. So, we're going to go back again and we're just going to clone our spare ball one more time. Okay. And then bring it to life. Since we're here, we're going to name it. We're going to say ball 3 and hit OK. All right. Bring it down. Hide that one. So we're not confusing ourselves. All right. One thing we don't want to do is confuse ourselves. So bring it up. Not do that. Let's bring it up. All right. So we're about to use symmetry and then we're not about to use symmetry. Okay. So right here, we're going to say the stars are right here. We're going to do the 2 stars first. Boom. 2 stars. We're going to turn symmetry off. And then right here in the center, we're just going to add that second one. Boom. Are you following along? Give me a thumbs up if you're following along. Give me a ash code in the chat if you're following along or if I'm going too fast. Which one is it? I'm looking at the chat right now. All right, so we're on ball 3. Wow. How many minutes are we in? 18. We still got to color this thing. Yeah, we still got to color this. All right, so now we're 3 balls in. We're going to line that up right there. Yeah, right there. Boom. 4th ball. That's going to be an easy one. That's going to be a super easy one here. So, again, we're going to hide our 3rd ball. Oh, we're not going to hide our 3rd ball. We need to voxel remesh that. 250. Eventually, I remember to do this. Typically, I would just, when I'm drawing these out, I would just draw them out, boom, 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 go, and then voxel remix. But I want everyone to get into the habit of voxel remixing right away because Nomad likes to crash on me. And I'm training myself to save often in voxel remix so my topology will go down. It's not too high. So we're going to voxel remesh that. All right. And then we're going to also save it. Save the scene. Yes. Save often. All right. That's saved. All right. Time to create the 4th one. Yeah. Ash code 3 balls. Yes. All right. So now, again, same thing. Clone. And since we're here, we might as well name it. We're going to say ball 4. Hit OK. All right. And we're going to open that up. Where is ball 4? Oh, right there. All right. So ball 4 is here. Wrong button. All right. So now, ball 4, we have 2 here and 2 here. So there's a couple ways we can do this. I think Z, we're going to turn it to local. We're going to turn on Z. We're going to try this way first. I never did this. I wonder if this is going to work. So if I do this, oh, it's not going to work the way I want it to work. Because where did the other one go? Oh, they went on the other side. Okay. I need to figure that out. So that's the Z. So let's try it this way. Let's turn the Z off and let's do Y. Now what's that going to do? Up too close. I think that's what I wanted. Look at that. Boom. It's too close though. It didn't do exactly what I wanted to do, but the concept of getting the 4 stars there is there. So now we have 4 stars. Pretty cool, huh? Pretty cool. Yeah, it's always a good opportunity to learn something new. Always a good opportunity. So we got that one. Remember, again, we're gonna Voxer Remesh down to 250. So I'm gonna do something. Actually, no. I just looked at ball. Yeah, I wish I would have thought of this when I was doing my research. So ball 4 has boom, boom, boom. Ball 5 has the same thing, just a star in the middle. So before it became Voxer Remesh, I'm going to clone this one. Again, it's all about working easier. It's all about working smarter. We're going to name that one space ball 5. Hit OK. Turn it off. Ball 4. Now we're going to Voxer Remesh it down to the 250. Uh-oh. It doesn't like that. There we go. Now it's working. Now it's working. All right, there we go. So ball 4. Bring that down. That's ball 3. Ball 4. Bring that down. Boom. All right. So, all right, what are you doing? My Nomad scope has been so glitchy since I've updated it. All right. Not there. There. Boom. All right. Use my gizmo tool. Move it out the way. Do I have both of them selected? No. Okay, so now we're going to bring up ball 5. Wow. Okay, there we go. Something's weird happening. I don't know what's going on. All right, so there we go. Now it's catching up. All right, so the only thing that we're going to do with this is we're going to do the stamp tool. Yeah, we're going to do this. Actually, I'm going to clone this. I'm going to clone both. Yeah, we're going to use the stamp tool, and we're going to put a star. We got to turn things off. Turn symmetry off. Turn this off. Now we're only on the X. You got to remember to do those things, I'm telling you. Now, I'm just going to put a star, not right there. Let's get more in the center. Put a star right there. Boom, ball 5. Now ball 6, it's the same look, but there's a star underneath there. So before we Voxer Remesh ball 5, we're going to clone it again. Clone it again. And since we're here, let's name it. I typically try to name things right away so I don't forget. Have you ever worked in like a sculpting thing like this and be like, all right, we're on Spirit 672. Well, where is it located? Right? Where is it located? So, ball 5. I'm going to click there. We're going to Voxer Remesh it. All right, now that it's Voxer Remesh. We know that it's Voxer Remesh because it lowers down. So now what we're gonna do is use the gizmo tool. We're gonna bring that down. Bring that down. All right. So let's hide ball 5. Uncheck it. And let's work on ball 6. All right. Ball 6. Hit the front. Bring it in so you can see it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're right here. All right. So now we're gonna go back to our stamp tool. Just add a star there. Let's go back a little bit. Let's come right here. Let's add a star there. Seems about right. You think that's about right? I think that's about right. Yeah, perfect example. Always name my characters when I'm creating. Name your characters. Also, one thing I always want to say, I've also been practicing with like the limbs and stuff like that. Name the limbs. Literally name the limbs, because you get down and you'll be like, okay, like for example, your hand is a box, right? So this part is a box. And I'd be like, I done did a box here, I done did a tube here, I done did a tube here, and I did a tube here, and I done did a tube here, then did a spear here, and did a tube here. And I'm like, okay, now what tube was what? And sometimes they don't be in order, because I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna make a tube here, because my hands are a different size. So yeah, I saw that. I saw that. I'm gonna fix it here in a minute. So sometimes I'll make this one and this one to get the spacing for this one, and then come in. So now my tubes are misordered. So I just recommend when you're sculpting, especially like your hand, just make sure when you do the tube, name it like finger, like your pointer finger, your middle finger, your ring finger, and your pinky finger. Just make sure you name them. All right, so I got a comment that one of my stars was out of place. It kind of swoops down like this, so let's put it right here. The spacing is a little off on that one. We'll be okay. It'll be fine. We're just practicing. Now, again, I'm just showing you how to do this. If you don't like my spacing, that's perfectly fine. You can always go and sculpt your own. You can always do your own. The purpose of this particular live is to make sure that we are just making the balls. But to all my anime people, to all my cosplay people, the final result, trust me, I will fix it in the final result. But for this particular live here, we're just showing the sculpting results. Showing the sculpting result. We're just showing you how to basically use the tools. I look like a smiley face with a nose and 2 eyes. That's what that looks like. Yeah, smiley face. See, look, smiley face, a nose, 2 eyes. Boom. All right, so boss. Let's see. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're gonna do the last one, ball 7. Now, ball 7 is. Oops. Let's do that again. Transform. Okay. So ball 7 is stars like this, and then one in the center. All right, so let's start with a fresh ball on that one. And since this is our last ball, we can use, oh, forgot the box, so remix that one. All right, so now let's let's end it with this one. Since we already have it here, let's end it with this one. Use my gizmo tool. We're gonna move the gizmo tool up. All right. Now, I just did not have good success with that. I just did not have good success with that. All right, so let's put the stars on there. We're gonna go to the stamp tool. Oh, make sure you're on local. All right. So we got 2 stars right here. I want the symmetry tab. Actually, let's do it this way. Let's turn symmetry off. Sure it's front. I won't be able to see it. All right, so we're gonna put 1 star right there in the middle. Okay. We're gonna turn symmetry on. We're gonna put, of course I did. We're gonna put 2 stars like so here. We're gonna go a little out and put 2 stars like so there. Okay. And then we're gonna come in and put 2 stars like that. That looks good? That looks good? That looks good. I think that looks good. Yeah. That looks really good. So that's how you make those balls. All right. So now let's get to the nitty gritty. All right. The real nitty gritty. Voxel remesh. You can do it. You can do it. Come on. Yes, it did. That did not work. That did not work at all. Well, I'm here. I'm gonna go to ball 7. Hit OK. All right, let's try this voxel. Huh, those 2 numbers are different. So let's do 250 here. Hit OK. Remesh. Did it do it? Looks like it did. Boom. All right. Boom. We got everything now. Awesome. So I'm going to start with ball 7 since we have it up already. What I'm going to do is I'm going to change it from Metcap to Lit PBR. This allows us to color it. Now, I've been playing around with the coloring all day today. Literally all day today. I'm going to go to my paintbrush. And why do I call this my favorite paintbrush? I have it as a square. The scaling is at 1. The stroke is dot. My fall off, I believe my fall off should be the 1. Yeah, my fall off should be at the 1. And I think everything else is good. I put my pressure and my intensity 1 to 1 as well. All right, that's why it's my favorite brush. So you can add a new layer. What I typically do is I add a new layer, and I'm gonna say base color layer. Okay, you don't have to be that detailed. It's whatever you want it to be, but you really don't have to be that detailed with it. Okay, so we're gonna go to the paint tool down here, and I'm going to use this little dropper thing. I'm going to grab that, and I turn my roughness all the way down. It's not letting me pick metallic, but I turn the roughness all the way down, and then I hit paint all. All right, now it gives me this nice little shine. You see this little, I don't know if you can see it in there, but it gives me like this great reflection right here. All right, so we're gonna deal with that a little bit later. So now we're going to go back to the paint tool. We're going to grab this. We're just not going to go back to it again and try it again because I didn't push the right button. We're going to grab here. Yes, we got the red. Quick little tip. There is a button. This here. I enable this and I put it on quality. It was one of those testing things I was doing. That's what that was. It was one of those testing things, and I know this works. So we're basically gonna color the stars in. Color the stars in. Alright. And since we had the symmetry tab, symmetry still on, it colored that one for me already as well. So it should do the same thing, except for I want to bring my brush down a little bit. Bring it down a little bit more. And this is where it gets like, this is where the mesmerizing part gets in. The coloring aspects of it. I just loved. If I can color in the lines today, that's one thing. I haven't been able to color in the lines today. So yeah, we're gonna just color this in. Can you hear the scratching noise on my tablet? I got this new screen protector. An associate of mine suggested. I thought she said she had it and she loved it, but no, she actually said she wanted to get one. So I kind of jumped the gun on that one a little bit. Bring this down. And just color it in. Anybody like to color? I love to color. I've been learning how to color 3D by like when I've been learning to color 3D, so it's kind of been a little bit different for me because I'm, when you color on flat 2D, you're like, hey, I'm doing it, hey. But no, I'm just coloring on this here. All right, coloring it there. All right, so now let's finish this up here. So when I first did this the first time, my instance was to do it at an instance. So when I color, one ball, all of them color, but it just didn't turn out right. So that's why I did them all individually, like so. Zoom in, and don't be afraid to zoom in, guys. Do not be afraid to zoom in. It may look ugly, but trust me, from a distance it looks really good. How are you guys liking the live so far? Tell me about it. I did bring the lo-fi back. I needed to really sculpt and do some things. And how are the shorts doing? Like, tell me, give me some feedback on the shorts as well, if you've been watching them. You can hear it? Yeah, I don't like, because I'm so heavy-handed, I'm always pushing, like mad pushing on my screen. This kind of helps out with me not pushing so hard. It gives like an extra layer of protection. Oops. Alright, so this star is going to be I'm going to turn symmetry off because I don't know what it's going to do with the one star. So we're going to turn symmetry off and we're just going to color. This is the part that actually I feel sometimes, and depending on, you know, who you are and what you're doing, it takes the longest because it's like the way I did it, it took a little bit longer than normal. Or actually, no, it went a little bit slower. No, faster. Sorry. This went faster. Typically, I will just go and get a star and then I will move it to place and stuff like that. But it's like, nah, like, who wants to do all that work? Like, who literally wants to do all that work? Yeah. So getting these colored in, don't worry about it. We're just coloring. We're just coloring. Take your time. Nice even strokes. And I know that I am kind of going over the line a little bit, but I have a tool. I have another brush to fix a lot of this stuff. It's all about your brushes, and do you know how to use your brushes? I do want the red to kind of fade in a little bit into the actual ball. I'm not going to color all the balls on the stream today, but what I am going to do is color a little bit of them. And not a little bit, I'm just going to color this one. And then I'm going to go into like the post-processing of it. Alright, so let's do that. Hey, Terica, how's it going? How's it going? How's it going? Thank you for stopping by. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I mean, sister loves to eat. How you doing, girl? How you doing? Thanks for stopping by. Really, 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 really appreciate it. Really, really appreciate it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't know why that had words on it. Yeah, we're just painting. We're just painting right now. Just simple painting. Almost done here. I'm just taking my sweet time. Something's going on with my music here. It is not playing like I wanted to play. Let's try this one. Alright. This part, as much as I love coloring, I don't like coloring. I don't like coloring in public, if that makes any type of sense. Like, it's making me nervous because typically I have this done right now. Like, this has been done, like, but I'm so nervous. I don't know why. Let's do this. What app am I using? I am using Nomad Scope is what it is. It's what it is. We're gonna make this look pretty. We're gonna make this look real good. It's like Nomad Scope is like it's like an alternative to ZBrush and Blender. You can export and import all the files into one another is what I'm using. It also goes good with, it goes hand in hand with Procreate as well. It really does. And if you want me to show you how I got that stars as a brush, you know, give me a like in the chat. Don't worry about this coloring stuff right here. I know I colored out the lines, but I got a tool to fix it. I promise I do. Jesus Christ. I didn't think this, I should have just did the ball 1 and would have been done with it. I'm excited to do ball 7. Like, really? Really? Alright. someone needs to tell Nomad Sculpt that all their gestures are not working anymore. Like, they're literally not working anymore. Because, like, I've been pushing, this undo button has been my best friend. Alright. Let's go. I need to stop talking for a minute because, like, trying to, like, get through this. There's no rush. There's really no rush. I do not. Do I have something going on this afternoon? I don't know. I don't think I do. I don't think I do. I am at ease. I am at ease. You know, if I take my time, this will also look a lot better as well, too. But I'm like jitter-jattered nervous right now. I normally don't show people my coloring techniques. This is actually not my actual coloring technique. I'm just doing this right here just to get through the coloring. I really should have did ball 5 because I know, like, you guys are like, oh my god, Ashley, you're boring right now. All you're doing is coloring. You're bored. I know I'm bored, but I love the color too. So yeah, I swear it's like, you know, and then the hardest part of coloring in 3D is like it's so many spaces. Like, it's like you got to remember to color every single thing over and over and over and over and over again. So yeah. Alright. I think my pen wants to give up to me too. Again, don't worry about that. I got a nifty tool to fix it. Alright, here we go. I think this is the last one. Relax music. Keeps the nerves down is what it does. Trying to keep up with the chat. I don't think there's anything that's been posted. If you're tired of me coloring, put a 1 in the chat. Because I'm tired of coloring too. Tired of hearing the scratchy noise. Let me know. So tired of it too. Typically when I'm coloring, I have my headphones on so I don't hear the coloring noise. Alright, so I told you I have a tool to clean that up. It's called Smooth Color, and basically what it is the intensity is very low. That's all. So now it really cleans that up. It just kind of blurs it out a little, just blurs it out. So it really cleans up that coloring around the edges. If you've learned or watched Nomad Sculpt, and you know you've ran into Dave Reed, he has been the one who in a couple of his videos, he's showed us how to make this tool. Alright, some over coloring there. Also, when you're working with the paint tool, you can hold down where the color is, it will change the color of your pen. Again, say like I want this color right here, I just tap it with this particular finger, and then it changes my color for me. So where is my smooth color? Smooth color. See? Cleans that right up for me. Seems like I missed a spot here. Oh, way too big. Alright, smooth color. It just cleans it up a little bit. It also gives it like some nice shadows and stuff like that as well. So over here, clean that up. All right, there we go. So now let's see here. Oh, let's go back to the smooth color. We got that to clean up. That one to clean up. This one to clean up. Ooh, that one did not do right. Hold on, I'm gonna redo that one. Favorite paintbrush. Darken up that a little bit. There we go. Oh, that looks good. Smooth that out. Smooth color. We're gonna leave that alone. Alright, so I'm not gonna paint all of them because that one took a very, very long time. So what I am gonna do is we're gonna add an environment. Now, my environment is going to be this one here. So what I did is I went into ChatGPT and asked ChatGPT to give me basically an image that is very close to Dragon Ball Z without being Dragon Ball Z, you know, copyright laws and stuff like that. So it is also, I asked it for like some good lighting and things like that because I really wanted to light this ball up. So now that's the background, that's the image, and it gives me, I don't know if the camera can show you, but if you really look in that ball, you can actually see the image inside of it. That's one thing I do like about Nomad Sculpt. All right, so now let's post-process this. Let's really do some post-processing. All right. So, all right. Wow. I gave it some nice shadows and stuff like that. Let's play with the lighting a little bit. Let's go with a standard light. There's no light. Standard light. I do keep this at 50. I typically don't touch that. I leave that at max samples and full resolution. Keep this on. Let's see what this does. Really gives it a smooth taste. My bad, you probably can't see that. Get rid of some of the shadows. Alright. Depth of field. So basically, it's just if you have like something in the shadow and you want to show it, it like really blurs this stuff out in the background. I don't need that, so I'm gonna turn that off. Bloom. Now, let me show you something. This is pretty cool. So, we're gonna change this to refraction. See what it did? It basically made it into glass. I'm gonna paint it glossy. Take absorption on. Put absorption on. I'm gonna change this to white. little cheat code. White is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Fs. All right. Now my Dragon Ball. Let me take this reference image off. Now my Dragon Ball. Take some more stuff off. Take that off. Take that off. All right. Now it looks like glass. So if we go here, I'm gonna speed it up. About right there. It gives it like a little glass look. And it, remember that picture I showed you? It's right in there. Now we can do that. We can also, how did I do it? How did I do it? I forgot how to do it. I literally just forgot what I did that fast. Man, and then if you don't want to attach, okay. I'm learning something new right now. So again, I just updated my Nomad scope like a couple of days ago, and I'm just learning this new thing. I didn't realize you can have your thing in the background, attached to the camera or not. So think of it as we're looking at a camera. Okay, cool. Right, so, and then also we can add some lights, directional light. Give it like some little sparkle. Turn the intensity up a little bit. What I like to do is yeah, look at that. Pretty cool, huh? I love the way it swirl around and things like that. It's pretty cool. I like that. Really do. That's cute. It's real cute. All right. What else can we do? It's really fun. Turn that off. You don't want to use it. Now let's look at it. It's cute. I love how it does that. What else can we do? What else can we do? Can we let's play with the exposure a little bit, maybe? Too bright? See how that looks. Yeah, I don't like that. Let's go back to normal. Let's go back to normal. And then I'm gonna add one more light. I'm gonna call it a spotlight. Where did my spotlight go? There it is. We're gonna add it above. Oh, I do not like the way this is. And then we're gonna turn the intensity up just a little bit. You see that you're adding light when you see like dots and stuff. So we're gonna put it right there. Yep. Put it right there. Okay, cool. So let's look at it. Let's look at our one and only Dragon Ball that we made. Give it a glass look. Alright. So let's export it as a Nomad. I'm gonna export it. Wrong thing. Send it to my drive. Upload it there. And then one more final thing. Yeah, it does make it look it makes it look really cool. We're gonna add one more thing once it finishes uploading. Oh, it failed. Of course it did. Don't worry about it. So we're gonna just take a picture. I always want to take a picture. I want a picture like this. So we can render it. You can put it as a transparent background or show interface. I typically do screen. Now this is if you want to do 4K, but I think screen is good. Export it as a PNG. Just gonna render it. This is that 50 I was talking about before. It's a little too close up. So hit done. I'm gonna bring it back a little bit. And now we're gonna export it as a PNG. There we go. Cool. And that's how you make a Dragon Ball Z ball or balls in a few hours. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. And we'll be live tomorrow again. Not sure exactly what I want to make tomorrow, but we'll figure it out. You'll know here shortly. So thank you again for watching. I really appreciate it. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. And if you haven't already, make sure you give this live a good thumbs up. Thank you, everyone. Talk to you later.